Oh, now, this is a story all about how local soccer media got flipped, turned upside down. And we like to take a minute, so grab a beer so cold, and we'll tell you how we became electric gold. In White House, Tennessee, born and raised on the soccer fields was where we spent most of our days. Reading Mad Magazine and riding our bikes with a known propensity for rocking the mic. Now we're a trio of guys who are getting kinda old, cheering on the boys and gold with every bit of our soul. Screaming our heads off while drinking some beers, hoping to give Cincy and Miami something to fear. Now Evan, John and Ryan are kicking the facts about Nashville SC, and they'll never come whack. If anything, we can say the show is rare. Acoustic blue and electric gold, the only colors we wear. We pull up the Doties about 7:38, and we yell to the refs, yo home, smell you later. We look at the castle, we feeling so bold. We sit on our thrones, we're electric gold.
Hey everyone, this is Electric Gold. I'm Ryan. I'm here with John and Evan, and we are doing our instant reaction to this wonderful game that Nashville SC just played. Felt like it took forever, and it sure wasn't worth waiting around for, but we'll do the podcast anyway. We were planning on it whether they won or lost, so I guess we'll go ahead and do it. How are you guys feeling tonight?
Pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Been better.
It's really raw right now. You're getting a very raw version of Electric Gold. Like, we haven't had time to process or anything.
This is unplugged. This is MTV Unplugged.
The wound is fresh, for sure. We're still bleeding out. All right. Well, listen, there's got to be something we can do to make this podcast a joyous one. And I think probably the best way to start is with talking about what you're drinking this evening. John, are you having something good?
I'm having something great, guys. I'm having a Sequench Ale from the Dogfish Head Brewery in Milton, Delaware. First of all, I have to say, Milton, Delaware, I looked it up. Town of about 3,000 people, named after one of my favorite writers of all time, John Milton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Paradise Lost, right?
Paradise Lost. I spent an entire semester studying that one poem when I was in college. Like, the class was just Paradise Lost.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Do you remember any of it?
I've forgotten it. Not a bit. Not a bit. I remember really liking it at the time, but I couldn't tell you what happened in it other than, God, Satan, Jesus Christ, all that.
I was going to say, that really helped out when you went to get a job after college, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. They were knocking down my door to hear what I had to say about John Milton.
Kids, don't waste your time in college. Your parents are paying a lot of money. Come on.
Learn something that will get you paid.
Yeah, right.
John Milton does not get you paid unless you live in a town that is named after him and produce a fantastic beer, such as the Dogfish Head Brewery do. So this Sequench Ale is a fascinating beer. I did not realize this when I was drinking it. It's like a kind of a sour thirst quencher beer. It's really good. Perfect for, when it's hotter than Bo Derek with cornrows outside like it has been today. So this beer is made, it's actually a union of 3 German styles of beer. They start out with a straightforward German Kolsch with lots of wheat and Munich malt. And then they brew a salty Gose with black limes, coriander, and sea salt. And then on top of that, they brew a citrusy tart Berliner Weiss made with lime juice and lime peel. And then they blend all 3 beers together in the same fermentation tank. And the end result is a fantastic thirst-quenching beer. I mean, you can't top this. Ooh. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Sounds fantastic.
You know what? The whole blending of 3 beers reminded me of when I was doing the research.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were big G.I. Joe fans when you were kids?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. That was a big favorite of mine.
It reminded me of Serpentor. Y'all remember Serpentor?
Yeah. I was not a fan of Serpentor.
Yeah, Serpentor, he was designed to be the ultimate Cobra leader.
Yeah.
Dr. Mindbender and Destro combed the tombs of the greatest leaders in history to find cells with DNA traces. These long-dead genetic blueprints were combined to produce a composite clone with the genius of Napoleon, the ruthlessness of Julius Caesar, the daring of Hannibal, and the shrewdness of Attila the Hun. And the end result was this guy who wasn't even good enough to beat Cobra Commander. He combined the DNA of all these evil geniuses and got nothing.
There's only one ball.
There's only one ball.
You got to play as a team.
He's got the ball.
Too many ball handlers. Yeah.
In contrast to Serpentor, The Dogfish Head Sequence Ale is a perfect blend of 3 different composite factors. So
there you have it. Well, that sounds like a wonderful concoction that you have there. Thank you for sharing it. And Evan, I imagine you've got something equally delicious that you're drinking as well.
Yeah, I actually do, guys. Tonight, I'm enjoying the Sam Adams Summer Ale. I believe this was their first summer ale, not new for this year. It is new to me, though, and I am finding that it is a lively blend of orange, lime, and lemon peels balanced with a slight spicy taste from grains of paradise. And the lovely balance between these flavors gives it a zesty, invigorating taste. It's light-bodied and citrusy, and just a great beer for a day at the lake or a night stargazing from the back porch. Really good beer.
A solid choice all around. Perfect for this time of year when we're all just sweating our balls off. And it's a good, refreshing one. I love that selection. Guys, I'm actually drinking something that's probably not seasonally appropriate. I'm actually drinking from our friends at New Heights Brewing Company over just in the shadow of Fort Negley there on John Lewis Way, otherwise known to us old schoolers as Fifth Avenue. But I am drinking their Navel Gazer Imperial Stout. And I selected it in particular because I felt like navel gazing is what our team was doing a lot tonight.
Really?
But this beer actually is a big winner. I'm not the hugest stout fan. That would be to our rules analyst, Joey. He is a stout connoisseur. I am more of a lighter beer fan, but this one is great. It's pitch black in color, but it's got a nice coffee, creamy sort of taste, a little bit of a toasty sort of sweet flavor in there as well. And most importantly, 9.25% alcohol content. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's time to get stupid, y'all.
It's past time to get stupid.
Yeah, for real. So anyway, we're going to drown our sorrows together. Glad you guys are here. Let's do this. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
All right, well, let's get things started with a little bit of week in review. The boys in gold took the field on a rare Sunday afternoon at Yankee Stadium to face New York City FC. Nashville came into the match desperate for a result, having lost 2 straight matches and 3 consecutive games on the road, a skid that was threatening to knock them out of Supporters' Shield contention. Coach B.J. Callahan shuffled his lineup slightly, giving Jacob Shaffelburg the start on the wing, with Alex Wheel missing due to yellow card accumulation. And Josh Bauer got the nod in the back line in place of an injured Dan Lovitz, alongside Jack Mayer, Jason Palacios, and Andy Nahar. Sam Surridge led the lineup up top, with Hani Mukhtar once again in the playmaking role. Nashville couldn't have asked for a better beginning. In the 10th minute, Shaffelburg rewarded the coach's trust, slipping in behind the defense with a nifty pass from Mukhtar and coolly finished to put Nashville ahead 1-0. It was exactly the kind of spark that the team needed after weeks of frustration, and for a moment, the Bronx crowd went quiet. Well, actually, they were quiet all night because there's hardly anyone there. But anyway, as has been the case too often on the road, Nashville couldn't hold the advantage. In the 40th minute, New York City equalized through Andres Perea, who latched onto a ball from Hans Wolf and buried the chance past Joe Willis. The 1-1 scoreline felt fair, as both teams had traded spells of control. And then Mother Nature got involved. Right after the score, a lightning delay halted play for nearly 2 hours, sucking the energy out of the stadium and forcing both teams into an awkward reset. When the match finally resumed, they finished off the first half, and then there was the halftime. And then we got started with second half. And it's like, damn, nobody wanted to play soccer tonight. But anyway, the second half was less about rhythm and more about grit. Nashville had a couple of half chances. Surridge nearly found a window inside the box. Bauer rose for a header off of a set piece at one point, but nothing truly troubled New York City's back line. On the other end, the hosts prodded and pressed and eventually broke through with a tiebreaker from striker Alonso Martinez in the 77th minute that put the Pigeons up 2-1, a lead that they held on to through the final whistle. Shaffelburg's early goal was a bright spot, Bauer held his own as a starter, but Nashville still wasn't able to come away with any kind of result. Nashville remains in third place in the East, but their recent struggles on the road are concerning, and the bigger picture remains. Their push for the top of the East has stalled, and if they want to stay in the race with Philadelphia and Cincinnati and even Orlando, they're going to have to find ways to turn road draws and especially home games back into wins. So that's what we have tonight, guys. I was excited to start out with. I'm sure you guys were as well. We saw the return of Shaff right before the game. Evan texted to us all, if I don't see Shaff step up tonight, he's dead to me. And in the 10th minute, it was like he heard you clairvoyantly through the ether, and he made something happen. It was a great play. But alas, they could not hold on to that lead. And I think that once again, the Nashville fans have got to be feeling pretty uneasy about what they're watching on the field lately. I'd love to know what your instant reaction is to this game, if you've had enough time to collect your thoughts and share anything that you've learned. But just what are your reactions to this? And we'll start with you, Evan.
Okay, well, my first reaction to this match is that playing soccer in Yankee Stadium is an abomination and something I hope I never see again. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't one of the commentators say this was the first time we had played in Yankee Stadium? Is that right? Because I think we played at Citi Field.
That's right. That was for the previous matches. But okay. John, you disagree.
I think we've played there before. Yeah.
Okay. Apple announcers are not always known for their accuracy.
I don't count on Apple.
Yeah. Either way.
They're probably going off AI.
Either way, it was atrocious. And it was coming right off the heels. You know what soccer match I watched prior to this one?
Was it Real Madrid?
No, Arsenal and Manchester United at Old Trafford today. And did you guys see the pitch there at Old Trafford? It was
perfection.
Absolute perfection. Guys, so there were times when I was just looking at the field and not even caring that much about the soccer that was being played upon it. It was that great. And so to go from that to that abomination at Yankee Stadium was terrible. But then other than that, my instant reaction is I do not understand why we have abandoned almost everything that was working for us in the first half of the season. Now, again, like I talked about last week, the whole Leagues Cup pause and fewer matches for us while that tournament's going on has thrown us out of rhythm. But I do not understand why we have abandoned almost everything that was working for us. And I'll save a lot of those things for my answers throughout the podcast. But just one, for example, is even when we are jumping out early, very aggressively, high pressing in these matches and getting a go-ahead goal, whereas the first half of the season, especially March, April, May, June, we were not content with that. We were continuing to press. We wanted the second goal. We wanted the third goal. And we have not been doing that lately. And we didn't do it tonight. And it's so frustrating that we are falling back into this bad habit.
Yeah. And I guess the biggest takeaway I'll just take from all of that is that Evan would rather watch grass grow
literally
than watch that game that we just saw again.
Yes. Yes.
But you're absolutely right. In all seriousness, it does seem like we have lost a little bit of what was so successful for us earlier this season. And I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Why? Were we just a fluke? Or have we lost our way a little bit? Is it coaching? Is it player effort? I don't know the answers, but man, it just doesn't look the same as it did, a month and a half ago. John, you got any thoughts on this? Any reactions to this game?
I have a suspicion as to why these things are happening.
Oh, okay.
And it's that we're wilting in the sun. Basically, we're tired because we don't have any depth. And we know that we didn't have any depth at the start of the year. We knew this was going to be a problem. And I think the fact that we've had to have mostly the same lineup, obviously in the wingers, we've rotated a little bit more than other positions. But I think we're dying on our feet out there. And as the more games pile up, the more games that we're playing in, 90-degree weather, 100-degree heat index, whatever, I just think, we're wilting. And we don't have the energy to keep it up. Our entire success was built on us having so much energy. obviously winning, it just naturally increases your energy. Like you get that pep in your step when you're on a roll. And then once you get a few losses, though, it becomes harder and harder to have the mental fortitude to overcome your physical exhaustion. And I think that's where we are right now. I think we're really tired and don't know how to fix that because it doesn't seem like any help is coming in that area.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to hope that we stay healthy and just kind of shuffle our way through the season.
I think it gets back to the depth is lacking. And in particular, we're missing a couple of key guys tonight. We're missing Lovitz again. Boy, has that defense not looked the same without him.
Oh, yeah.
Missing Will. His energy is infectious and really important. Not anywhere close to the best player on the team, but he's a key cog with the team. His energy is infectious for others. It's like they see him playing so hard. I think that maybe rubs off on others to some degree. So, missing key individuals like that, and who are the replacements for them? They're decent players, but they are not the players that you want starting the game and playing for 70, 75 minutes, not in my opinion. Yep. I think Bauer did a very respectable job tonight. I was actually pretty impressed with him, but he just doesn't have that presence back there. I don't even know what's going on maybe Lovitz is more of a coach on the field than we realize.
Yeah, there's a good chance that's true.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much experience. And then Will, again, I just think that is a leader, not necessarily vocally, but by example.
Lovitz has a little bit of a swagger too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He is very confident. And when he's playing well, he has a swagger that probably rubs off on some of the other guys. That's probably part of it.
I definitely think you're right. He has a take no crap kind of attitude and toughness. And I thought we were missing toughness a lot in the last game. This game I thought was a little bit better, but I think we really, really miss Lovitz way more than we probably realized we would. So anyway, there's a lot more to dig into. I tell you what, guys, let's try and talk about the positives first. Let's do hell yeah. And John, we will start with you.
Yeah.
Were you able to find anywhere within the deep recesses of this game and all hell yeah to discuss?
Yeah, sure. I'll say Jacob Shaffelburg redeems himself. Obviously, Evan called him out, and he heard Evan's voice loud and clear and reacted. I think there is a opportunity for Jacob Shaffelburg to redeem himself in the eyes of Nashville SC fans for the rest of the year if he maintains the way that he played today. The goal was a beautiful goal. It wasn't just him. Obviously, Hani Mukhtar played an incredible through ball on the ball, but a underrated part of the play was Sam Surridge dropped back and looked like he was going to play the ball and had a fantastic feint. Like he just ran the other way and left the ball roll to Hani. And that was really smart. And the fact that both Hani and Sam came back to the ball left an opportunity for Jacob to make that run in behind, and Shaffelburg did an amazing job. Very excellent reading of the play and just let his speed win the day. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, Jacob Shaffelburg is back. He's going to be the third goal scorer for us finally. And it was the first goal that wasn't Hani or Sam in the league since May. I don't know if it's going to continue. I think it was a good move for him to be on the right side.
Yes.
He was playing on the right side where Johnny Perez moved over to the left side. And Johnny made some good runs himself playing on that left side. So yeah, that leaves Shaffelburg the opportunity to, be a left-footed finisher from that right side, the whole inverted winger thing. And I think of our wingers, Shaffelburg is the best finisher, unless you count Tyler Boyd in that group. And maybe, just maybe, Tyler Boyd is the guy that we're looking for. We'll have to see how that goes. He was, for the first time, listed as questionable for this game instead of just out. So, hey, that's an upgrade. He still didn't make the bench, but yeah, hell yeah, Jacob Shaffelburg. He did pretty good tonight.
He did. Through the first 15, 20 minutes, I was very excited about what I was seeing from Jacob. And I really love the combination of Nahar and him on the same side. He's so fast, and Nahar serves such great balls over the top. I was like, there's something really cooking there. In fact, as I was watching the game, I was already concocting and thinking about how am I going to talk about this in the podcast. And I I actually thought I might start the podcast by saying nowadays everybody wants to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish. Now where you motherfuckers at? Because you forgot about Shaft.
Yes.
Burn it down.
I can't come dropping that when we lose.
When we lose.
So that ruined my whole flow. But Jacob Shaffelburg was a bright spot. I do think he's good for about 60 minutes a night, and then he really runs out of gas.
Yes.
And we have to sub him earlier than what we did. So, but yeah, great start to the game. Great. Okay, Evan, have you got an all hell yeah for us?
Yeah, clearly Shaft was the highlight of the game, and I'll be the first to admit that, since I actually was hoping he would not get the start for Moyle. And was I wrong about that? Yes, I was. So glad I was wrong. Very good to see Shaft back and contributing, and I hope he continues to play with that kind of effort. Other than that, I mean, there were a few little glimmers of hope, I guess, here and there. Big Joe had a better game, made some good saves. The goal that we gave up was not his fault at all. In fact, I watched the replays of that goal, like looking to see who it really came down to, and it was just a really good goal. NYCFC scored a really good goal there. So I'm not even going to fault anybody in particular on that. Walker looked pretty good coming off the bench, and so that's good to see. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot else. So, all hell yeah, you guys.
I love it.
That works for me. I know it's a tough one tonight. It's a tough one. All right. Well, this will be a lot easier, unfortunately. Now let's talk about the things that we liked the least. This would be hell no. And Evan, we'll stick with you for this one. What is your oh hell no for this evening?
Okay. Again, there are so many to choose from, but here's the one I'm going with for this. The fact that one of these main things that we have seemingly abandoned lately is utilizing Nahar in attack. He got a few good touches. He was involved in a few plays here and there, but nothing like we were seeing back in May and June, where he was, pretty much the best player on the pitch, game in and game out. And what's the reason? Why go away from that? I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we had a touch count for our boys in this match. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Bauer had as many, if not more, touches than anybody on our team. And again, you guys are right. Bauer did well, given the circumstances, playing on an unnatural side of the pitch, playing with some terrible conditions over there on the pitch itself. He really didn't play poorly, but my God, when he is probably leading the touch count for the match, what does that tell you? If anybody, anybody on the defensive line, it needs to be Nahar. So there you go. Oh, hell no. Why have we stopped featuring Andy Nahar in the attack?
Yeah. I agree. I thought that same thought when I was watching the game. It's like, boy, I'm really missing those good balls that Nahar was serving up to our offense earlier in the season. I don't know what's happened to that in the last several weeks, but we haven't seen that in a while. I'll also add one other thing about Nahar's game. He was getting smoked over there on his side. He was getting burned by the New York wingers. They were getting by him, and he seemed like he was playing kind of a weird angle when he was on defense. He was kind of like almost like letting them have the whole side. And he was really overprotecting the middle or something like that. It was really allowing them to just blow by him. And that created one of the chances. I think the second goal kind of created that chance. Is just basically him laying off of that corner or that edge. His best features have never been the defensive stuff. It's been more of his contributions to the offense. But he is still a defender, and I would expect him to be a little bit more than a saloon door just swinging in the wind like he was tonight. John, you got an all hell no for us?
Yeah, I'm going to go to a source I haven't criticized this year. I mentioned that we're looking tired, and in particular, I'm going to point out Eddi Tagseth looks exhausted. And this is, obviously his first season over the United States where he's had to deal with this humidity. He's played at Norway, I guarantee there's never been a cooling break needed in the Norwegian league. It's bound to wear on you. I mean, I had a feeling that it would over the course of the season. And then tonight, it really looked a bit off the pace. Obviously, he got a yellow card. On the first goal, I think he was a bit slow in reacting, coming back. There were several after he got the yellow card where I was like, oh, crap, he's going to get a red. I mean, he's good for a yellow almost every game for sure, but like he rarely seems like he's going to get that red. But tonight it looked like it. So I was pretty happy when BJ finally pulled the plug on him. So, yeah, hell no, Eddi Tagseth. I don't know how to help you, brother. Do some laps. I don't know.
Drink lots of water.
Hit the practice field. Drink lots of water. Get lots of orange juice, orange slices, because it's not getting any better in the United States anytime soon. Like for the next month and a half, it's still going to be this hot. So.
Damn. Yeah. I agree. I've got more thoughts about Eddi. I'll talk about later. But yeah, he did not have a good night tonight. All right, guys. Well, one thing that was good, of course, we mentioned it, was Shaft's goal. That was probably the highlight of the whole game for anyone who's cheering for Nashville. And as we've been doing all season, when Nashville scores a goal, we share one of our favorite things in life or media or whatever. We're actually up to 44 goals this season. So we're getting really, really close to that objective of 50 goals that BJ Callahan set out at the beginning of the season. We've got 8 games left to score those 6 goals and reach that overall goal. So I think we can do it, though recently has made me a little bit more uneasy about it. Nonetheless, we're in a good spot in terms of like our goal scoring overall. We've had a much better year offensively than we've had last year. So anyway, we get one favorite thing tonight. John, it just happens to be your turn. So we'd love for you to share one of your favorite things.
I have got one tonight. I have a feeling that this is a favorite thing of a lot of people that are soccer fans here in the United States. So ever since 1997, my brother has gotten me the same birthday gift. My birthday is in December, and every single year he has bought me the new FIFA video game. So I've gotten every single FIFA game since FIFA 98. Yeah. I love the FIFA video game series. I play it every freaking year. And I'm not a big gamer. Like, I don't go around playing lots of video games. I play Mario games with my kids, but I play FIFA. I play it for at least an hour every day, pretty much.
Wow.
And I have for 27 years now. You know, it's not even called FIFA anymore. The last 2 editions, or maybe 3, counting this new one that's coming out, have been called EA Sports FC because EA broke with actual FIFA. And just like X, I'm never going to call it EA Sports FC. I'm always going to call it FIFA.
Right.
This new game that's coming out here in the next few weeks is going to be called FIFA 26 from me. So I absolutely love the game. You know, there's different ways to play the game. You can obviously just play a game with your friends. Just you pick different teams. One of you picks Man U, one of you picks Arsenal, whatever. And then you can also play on your own, either as a player. Like specifically you pick a player, like a player career, or like a manager career where you manage a team. But my favorite mode is called Ultimate Team. And that is my true favorite thing. I love FIFA Ultimate Team. And it's the only mode that I even played for the last 5 or 6 years at least. What the Ultimate Team does, you have to grind. Through achieving objectives, you get to basically pick up players. And the more you play and the better results you get, the better players you're going to be able to pick. But what you can do, they have like players from the past that you can get as well as players from now. So like you can get Diego Maradona on your team or whoever. Anybody in the history of soccer, there's often players that you can pick up. So it's like my favorite thing to do is over the course of a year, put together my perfect ultimate team. And if you guys don't mind, I want to tell you what exactly this is literally the team that I have, my starting lineup of my team that I play with right now.
I'm sure it's very realistic.
If you guys were to play me. So my goalkeeper is Lev Yashin. He was a Soviet Union goalkeeper back in the 50s and 60s, and he's often known as the greatest goalkeeper of all time. In fact, the FIFA award that goes to best goalkeeper every year is called the Yashin Award. So he is my goalkeeper. He is incredible. They have made him super juiced in this game. You can't get a goal past him. So I'll start it on the back line. At right back, I have Jeremy Frimpong of Liverpool. And as far as I remember, he's the only right back that Liverpool have ever had, at least in the last 10 years. But that's a joke because, Trent Alexander-Arnold was our right wing, and I don't acknowledge him as a human being anymore because he went for Real Madrid.
Sure, he's a traitor.
Yeah, my center backs are Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool and Walker Zimmerman. So at this point, I have to interject and say that one thing that you can do in the Ultimate Team is through specific things that you can achieve with players, you can build up their player rating. So I think Walker Zimmerman at the start of the game was like a 75 rating. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Premier League players are probably like in their 80s or whatever.
Sure.
I've built Walker Zimmerman up to a 92. He's my center back pairing with Virgil van Dijk. My left back, y'all are really going to like. My left back, who started out as a 62 in this game, and I have built up to a 95, the one and only Taylor Washington.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I basically, the last three games in a row, I have only focused on building Taylor Washington, trying to get him up to a 99. I haven't got it up to a 99 yet, but a 95 is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. He's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah. He's basically the best player on my team, really. My center midfielders are Steven Gerrard, Liverpool legend, and Diego Maradona. He's not bad.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's not bad.
He's no Taylor Washington.
My right wing. No, he's no Taylor Washington, but he's not bad. My right wing is Mohamed Salah. My strikers are Kenny Dalglish, Liverpool legend, and one Hani Mukhtar, who I've got up to a 97. Boys, I got Hani Mukhtar to a 97. I think I scored about 300 goals with Hani Mukhtar this year.
Oh, my gosh.
Which I wish was the real case.
Me
and then
too.
left wing, I have Lamine Yamal, the young Barcelona legend to be. He actually plays right wing in real life, but I've moved him out on the left of my team. See, you can do that on your Ultimate Team. You can have players playing wherever you want to.
And you mentioned he is probably the best player in the world now, or will be very soon.
Oh, I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he is right now. I watched him yesterday. Good God, that dude is good. So he's awesome. That's it. Ultimate Team is my favorite thing. So I wanted to ask you guys, and not necessarily like if you had an ultimate team to put together, it doesn't necessarily have to be a soccer team. It could be, I don't know, another sport. It could be even like not even soccer or sports related at all. Like you could put together a movie or a TV cast or a band. Guys, I want to hear, what would your ultimate teams be and what form would they take?
John mentioned bands, and just this past week, I did this little experiment with another buddy of mine who loves music and he likes prog. He's a little bit more in the prog metal scene, but he texted me this one day recently. He said, who would your dream 5-piece rock band be? Singer,
Awesome.
lead guitar, bass, drums, and either a rhythm guitarist or a keyboardist. And I thought about it for a little bit and I came up with my band, which I will reveal to you momentarily. But I also took it one step further. Now that I have recently started using ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT what a band with these 5 guys would have been like. And it actually spit out this incredible response. It asked me if it would like for me to create a Rolling Stone type article, which I said, yes, of course. And it did. And it was awesome. It gave the band a name of their album, the songs with the times of the track times and everything. It asked me, would I like it to make a concert poster? Please. It did all of that. And it was so fun. So anyway, without further ado, here are the 5 guys that I put together in my dream band for my buddy. My lead singer was Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin.
Obviously.
Yeah. My
can't beat it.
you can't beat it. Lead guitarist was David Gilmour of Pink Floyd.
Okay.
My
Strong.
bass player was Chris Squire of Yes. God rest his soul.
Very good.
Yes.
My drummer was Neil Peart, I think, from Rush, if I remember correctly.
That's
God
right.
rest his soul.
Oh, yeah.
And then for my utility player, I went with a keyboardist and I went with Tony Banks from Genesis. So that is my dream band. Kind of proggy, kind of psychedelic, kind of bluesy. They probably would have made the greatest album of all time.
What was the name of the band?
Oh, the name of the band was I think it was like some celestial engines or something like that. Yeah. It was wild. It was so fun.
That's a very well constructed. Yeah, that's a very well constructed band. I don't know that you could beat that. That's an incredible combination. I went with the route of selecting a cast for a movie. In fact, I was thinking about a very specific movie of a heist movie. And usually when you have a heist movie, you have a team that is assembled. They all have different strengths. And there's maybe like somebody who's pulling the strings. There's the people who do the actual heist, maybe a couple other like side characters involved. And maybe there's like one like adversarial character that they have to get around or through or whatever. So without further ado, my ultimate heist movie cast would involve, for the actual heist team themselves, the elderly statesmen of the team, and all of these are in their heyday, not now, but at their peak of their powers, would be Jack Nicholson.
Oh God, yeah.
And the younger bucks who would be pulling everything off. We're going to have Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, we're going to have Philip Seymour Hoffman as sort of the computer whiz guy, or like the nerdy guy.
That'd be awesome.
Who is like hacking into things or whatever. You got to have Denzel on the team. I'm sorry. You got to have Denzel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throw in another, like a younger actor. I love this guy. John Bernthal is amazing. Do you guys know John Bernthal? He's so good. He's on my team. And then I put peak 90s Nicole Kidman right in there as well, because you got to have the femme fatale as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was thinking, okay, so I've got to get Pacino in here. So he's going to be, Pacino's going to be the guy who's funding the whole thing. He's not in a lot of scenes, but like he's the one who constructs this team, who puts them all together. And maybe like Julianne Moore is working for him, or is maybe his like girlfriend or something. And somehow, some way, I'm going to get Scarlett Johansson in this movie. And I don't really care what she's doing, but she's going to be in it.
She'd be just standing in a corner for all
right. But then the big bad, the heavy, the tough guy, or the guy that they've got to get through, they've got to get around, that is standing in their way, is Gary Oldman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think
this could possibly be the greatest movie of all time. But I also have an alternate greatest cast of all time, too. Just in case you guys pushed back and said, Ryan, that cast sucks. I want nothing to do with that movie. Sounds boring. I've got another suggestion for you. So this movie is going to star Charlize Theron.
Okay, Watson.
Co-stars of Winona Ryder. Again, peak Winona.
Hello. Hold up. When isn't peak Winona?
We're talking about...
What the fuck did that mean? It's all peak Winona.
First Beetlejuice, around then.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so... Nicole Kidman's coming back. We're going to have Brooklyn Decker. I don't know if you guys know her. I mean, she's not like the best actress or anything. But
no, I don't know her. Wink, wink.
Right. ScarJo's in this one too, by the way. So's Mila Kunis. So's Olivia Wilde and Megan Fox.
Dear Lord.
We'll probably throw Kate Beckinsale in a small role. And hell, Sydney Sweeney's got to be in this movie as well, right? So that's my other ultimate cast, just in case that first one maybe wasn't the right flavor for the Oscar voters. Maybe this one will catch their attention.
Fogging up my glasses over here.
That's my ultimate movie cast. The screen might just set on fire and burn my whole house down. But
no doubt.
Oh, man.
Those are some great favorite things. But now we've got to move on to something that is one of my favorites, which is the Nashville Hot Chicken Takes.
My hot chicken take is that these owners got skills to shake. Entertain the crowd and get on the field. 'Cause why the fuck not?
So we're going to get real spicy. I have a feeling that tonight we're bringing the real spice. And John, I'm going to let you kick things off. What is your Nashville Hot Chicken Take for this evening?
My hot chicken take is that the next 3 home games for Nashville SC will make or break this team and possibly the entire franchise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the kind of heat I'm bringing tonight.
I hope it's not that dire.
Well, the next 2 home games are in the league. We've got Orlando next week and then Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We got to win these games. We've lost 4 in a row on the road now.
Mm-hmm.
Evan's whole Nashville 2.1 of Road Warriors right out the window.
Yeah.
We got to win these home games to be in the top 4 because Orlando is charging up. They're actually tied with us now. We're still ahead of them on goal differential. So in order to stay ahead of them, we obviously got to beat them next week. Atlanta sucks, so we have to beat them. We got to thump them hard.
We can't lose to any more crappy teams.
We cannot, especially at home. So obviously those two. And then the home game after that, 2 weeks later, is the home Open Cup semifinal against Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia have struggled just like we have the last few weeks and have now fallen behind Cincinnati in the standings. It would have been a great time to make up some points on them, but we couldn't do it ourselves. So yes, obviously that last game against Philadelphia was an epic showdown. And I expect this Open Cup game to be similar. I think it's going to be just tooth and nail. It's going to be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care that it's going to be on a Tuesday night. Nashville needs to show up for this game.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Unfortunately, with the way that the Cup's set up, we can't host the final. So we need to make this our final. We need to show up and just ball out in that game. But the reason I say that it may make or break the team is if we're not winning these games, I don't know that we've got a lot going forward to the season. I mean, if we're not in the top 4 and we don't have home field advantage in that first round, I don't know that we can count on getting past that first round. And eventually, obviously we'd be out of the Open Cup too if we lose that game. So this is it. If we're the big team that we looked like we were going to be, and we have hoped that we are going to be, win or lose, we've already said we're going to have a different team next year. So let's go out with a bang. Let's get everything we can out of this season. And the ultimate way to do that is these next 3 home games.
Yeah, it's been such a special season. We've got to make it count. We've got to make it count. We've got to buckle down, get back to our winning form. And this is it. We have to do it now. You're right. Evan, you got a hot chicken take for us tonight as well?
Yeah, I guess so. Probably not that hot, but boy, I tell you what, I don't know which is hotter, that one or your alternate movie there, Ryan. I mean, between the two, I tell you what, I'm a little, okay.
A little verklempt.
A little verklempt this evening, but yeah, here's my hot chicken take. Guys, we have to sign a left back this week. The summer transfer window closes on Thursday. We've got just a few short days to get this done, and we have to get it done. Again, Bauer does a respectable job replacing Lovitz over there, but it's not good enough to win the league. It's not good enough to win Open Cup. We've got to have somebody over there who can not only lock it down defensively, but who can contribute at least as much to the offense as Lovitz does, if not closer to what Andy Nahar does on the right. And John's probably right. Probably a big part of what the struggle is, at least with some players like Eddi or maybe even Nahar himself, is fatigue at this point in the season. The heat, the humidity, the age on some of the older guys. We've got to have somebody over there who can help push the ball up the left side of the pitch. We've got the right side pretty well taken care of. We've got to have somebody who step in there and contribute and make a difference. And we've only got a few days to do it. So there it is for you. We've got about 4 days to get this done, and it needs to get done.
Let's hope something is already in the works, but I agree with you completely. We need reinforcements and we need them fast.
Yeah.
And, they got to have time to get into the whole rhythm of playing with the team. They need to be able to get into the system. And, we should have been doing this 2 or 3 weeks ago, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm going to throw just a small little hot chicken take out there for you guys, and I'll put it in the form of a question. Are we sure Eddi Tagseth is a net positive for this team?
Ooh.
In the spirit of hot takes.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
Here's what I see and why I asked the question. Especially over the past month or so. And even I think it was getting papered over maybe even when we were on our winning streak. He turns the ball over quite a bit. Mm-hmm. He passes backwards a lot. more so than he passes forward, in my opinion. He commits a lot of fouls, earns a lot of yellow cards, even missed a game due to accumulation. And I think that he's responsible for a large percentage, not a majority, but a large percentage of turnovers and losing the ball, or losing it due to fouls, or losing it due to just turnover in play, or whatever it might be. I think that he is responsible for a lot of possession loss this season. Okay. I think he's a ball of energy. I love his attitude on the field. I was excited, very excited for the first half of the year seeing him play. It's a major step up from where we were, which is why I think we've been so happy with him. It's just because it was an upgrade over Brian Anunga and the other folks that we had in the midfield before. But in this version of the team, where everything's been clicking so well, I have been wondering for a little while, and I've maybe been a little bit afraid to say anything because I know people love Eddi so much. But I posed the question.
God gave you a mic, Ryan.
Yeah. Are we sure Eddi is a net positive for this team?
I think so.
Okay.
When the press is working, I think his ability to create turnovers from the other team high up on the pitch has been a blessing and has opened up a lot of the opportunities for Sam and Hani's improvement this year. I think he is a MLS level midfielder.
Well, and you mentioned earlier, you think maybe the heat's getting to him and he's wearing out.
The team has to be pressing well, I think, for this to be a factor. Like if the team isn't pressing well, then he's not going to be causing those turnovers in midfield because the defense isn't going to be making desperation passes out of the back to try to clear it. So if the team is working perfectly the way it's supposed to, then yes.
Well, that's a big if.
It is a big if, though. Here's a weird one. I think some players you would say, as they go, the team goes. Possibly as the team goes, Eddi goes.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Evan, you got any thought? Have you seen anything with Eddi in the last month and a half that have given you pause or given you concern?
Yes, you're not wrong. He doesn't contribute very much to the offense at all, but he wasn't doing that to start with. Yeah, you're right. He tends to pass the ball backwards when he does have it. If he's going forward with it, oftentimes it's not a good pass. He does commit some fouls in bad spots, like the one that gave Messi the free kick goal a few weeks ago.
Yep.
John's right too. And that's that if the team is playing the way Callahan intends for them to play and who has started to bring in players to play his style, then Eddi is a very key contributor because of how many offensive moves for the opponent that he breaks up. And we're seeing that in the last month or so, just how important it is for us to press high, to get those turnovers, because if you can do that, then you limit the exposure at our back line, right? And you keep them a little fresher because they're not having to work as hard. There's fewer opportunities for them to make errors. If we're pressing high, keeping the ball up there, we're going to outscore our opponents. We just, for whatever reason, have gotten away from that. And maybe it's the heat, maybe it's the humidity, fatigue. So, Ryan, I guess I'm wondering, do you think we need at least a step up in the form of like a Yazbek type of player who also plays great defense, but who can give you a little bit more offensively? Or what are you thinking would be better here?
Well, I guess what I'm thinking is that ball control and keeping possession are the things that I'm the most concerned with Eddi. It's the turnovers. We try and get something going and we can't get anything cooking because when it goes through him, half the time the ball gets lost to the other team. And I guess I'm not necessarily looking for him to become a scorer or, involved in the offensive attack or whatever. I just want him to be able to move the ball through the midfield to the offense consistently, reliably, smartly without losing the ball. We've said it for several years now. But Dax McCarty, he was a great person in that role. He wasn't the forward midfielder. He usually played back in the same spot that Eddi's in. Yazbek plays forward. Eddi plays more of the defensive position. Perfect. That works. Yazbek is better at like setting up that offense and stuff like that. But man, and I don't mind Eddi's tenacity. I think that he does do a good job of attacking the opposition and breaking up plays and that sort of thing, typically. But man, he is losing the ball a lot. He commits dumb fouls, which also, again, sets us up for potential problems, particularly if it's on our side of the field, which it was again tonight. Saw it again, like you said, in the game with Miami. So I'm looking to see if we can maybe establish more possession with that position. But I would like for it to be him. I'd like for him to develop that skill, improve upon that. But I do worry about it. It's something I've been thinking for at least probably a month and a half now.
So God gave you this. Yeah, God gave you a microphone. Do you want to go ahead and go on the record to answer your own question? Net positive?
Right now, I'm very neutral with it. I haven't gone to one side or the other yet. Okay. I haven't made up my mind on Eddi because I've seen positives earlier in the year, but as the year has gone on, I have seen a lot of weaknesses in his game. And so I'm just kind of curious, is this sustainable or not? Is this something we want to keep moving with?
Yeah. So he's breaking even.
Not quite a hot take.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a hot question.
It's a hot question.
All right. Well, enough of all of that. Let's wrap things up. Let's do the weekend preview. The Boys in Gold return home to Geodis Park next weekend for a Saturday night showdown against Orlando SC. Is it SC or FC? What the hell are they?
SC. Yeah, they're S.
Orlando City SC. Nashville SC and Orlando City are currently tied for third place in the Eastern Conference, each sitting on 47 points. Nashville does have the edge with goal differential, as you mentioned, John. Nashville heads into this clash off the back of 3 straight losses and 4 straight losses on the road, a stretch they've desperately been trying to shake. But the grass is always greener at home, where they've been much sturdier. With Philadelphia and Cincinnati within reach, every point matters, and the clash for third could have ripple effects all the way to the top spot. Nashville needs to defend Geodis Park like its reputation depends on it, because it does. Turning the road slump into home dominance could be the psychological reset they're looking for. Orlando arrives dangerous and in form, while Nashville needs a statement performance and fast. Fresh off a string of strong performances, Orlando's firepower is spearheaded by goal scorers like Marco Pasalic, who's been a designated player making headlines this season. The Lions are MLS's most prolific scorers. They have 53 goals total for their team. That's tied with Inter Miami for tops in the league, though they've played a couple more matches than Miami has. And history is not on Music City's side. Orlando has won each of the last 5 meetings, going nearly 466 minutes without conceding a goal to Nashville. And let's not forget, the last time that Nashville was in the playoffs back in 2023, it was Orlando that dispatched them with 2 1-0 victories. With Geodis Park packed, hopefully, the home crowd could be the X factor. Let's hope the Boys in Gold leave the road woes behind. This is Nashville's castle to defend. All right, guys, that's what we have lined up. It is a big, big game coming up against another Eastern Conference rival, Orlando. They're right there neck and neck with Nashville, dying to know what's going to happen. So I'd really like it if you could just break out the crystal balls and tell me what's going to happen. We'll start with you, Evan. What do you see in your crystal ball?
Guys, I don't like what I'm seeing from this team right now.
Oh, no.
I don't think that we're going to bring in anybody this week that's going to make much of a difference one way or the other. If we have Lovitz back, do we have any status on him?
No one ever knows.
Right. So I think you have to assume, even if he is back, he's probably not going to start, or maybe, I don't know, maybe what. I look into this crystal ball and I just shudder and turn away, because I don't think we're capable of beating Orlando on Saturday. In fact,
God.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, boys. We're not going to win this match. We're going to lose this match. We're going to lose this match 3-1.
Oof.
With one goal from Walker Zimmerman.
Whoa.
And I hate it,
Killing me.
but that is what I'm saying.
Man, that hurts. That really hurts. Ow.
Right after I loved the band you put together,
Yeah.
go with this to me.
You do this to us. I will say there is a little bit of Dan Lovitz news, though.
Ooh.
If you follow him on Instagram at all, you'll see that just yesterday he had a post, very telling post. It said, if you find an iPhone at the bottom of the Pacific with a sick video of me surfing on it, please feel free to reach out. That was his Instagram post on August 16th.
Oh my God. That guy is something else.
So obviously soccer is really on his mind.
Right.
All right, John, look in your crystal ball. Tell me something better than what we just heard.
I will. I can.
Okay.
I can do it.
Good.
I see the truth in my crystal ball. And the truth is that Orlando City fucking sucks. I hate them. Like, they are my least favorite MLS team, and that is saying something.
Why?
Because they dive, they cheat, they whine. They are the worst. I hate every single one of them. Those purple pricks. And I hate their fans, too. If you're an Orlando City fan and you're listening to this, fuck you. You suck.
Ooh.
You always suck. Oh my God, I hate you. This is a natural rivalry because we hated Cincinnati even before we were an MLS team. Atlanta is obviously a geographical rival. But man, Orlando, I hate you guys. And they don't like us either.
Right.
That makes for good soccer. So this is going to be a good soccer game. Orlando has scored a lot of goals this year. They're going to get 2. Here at Geodis Park. We're going to get 3! Because we got the 12th man. The 12th man is going to score for us. And in this case, Hani's going to get 1. Sam's going to get 1. And the 12th man, a.k.a. Alex Muil, is going to get the game winner.
Oh, my God.
I call him the 12th man because he is like the personification of the fans' hopes and dreams to me. Because we all know that he's only a little bit more talented than we are. But... it's through spirit that he rises above, and he is one of the most impactful players that we have and have had in our team. So yeah, Alex Muil, the 12th man, he's going to score. He should have had one last week, by the way. That was called off with a bullshit call. So he's going to get the winner this week. That's what I'm saying.
Love it. Love it. Alex Muil, our hero. Well, I'm going to hope that John's crystal ball is much more correct than Evan's crystal ball in this case. I don't like to usually pick winners and losers, but I'm really hoping that that's the case this time around. Nonetheless, as you said, John, it should be a very interesting and exciting game. I hope that you guys will be there. I'm going to try to be there, and I hope that everyone listening will be as well. We better get going. My mouth is getting numb from drinking this 9.2% beer. And I'm almost done with it. So let's wrap things up. But before we go, John, how do people reach out and share their insights with us like we care?
Hey, everybody.
No, we do care. We do care.
Yeah, we care. We care some.
Yes.
We're Electric Gold NC on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Tell us how wrong we are. Tell us how we're wrong. Feel that hatred. Feel that hatred inside you and let us know. Or feel the love. I like love too. I just want strong emotions one way or the other. I want hot takes. And that's what I want coming into us.
Yes, so how do they get in touch with us again?
We're Electric Gold NSC on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. You can comment on our shit, and you can leave direct messages. I'm probably going to be the one that's checking them. Yeah, just do that. Come on.
Maybe you did say that and I missed it, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say it again.
Sorry.
We are Electric Gold NSC.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And thank you guys. It's been a fun podcast. And of course, thank you everyone for listening. We really appreciate the support. In the meantime, the team really needs you right now. So don't give up. Don't lose hope. Right here near the finish line. Keep on cheering on this team. Keep supporting them. Keep coming out to the games. Go to the tailgate. Tune in on there on television. Whatever you have to do, but keep on saying it. Come on, you boys and gold.
Come on, you boys and gold.
Come on, you boys and gold.
Under cities, neon lights, talking dreams on Friday nights, electric vibes and stories told. Come on, you boys in gold. Waves of laughter in the air, podcast pals without a care, sharing glorious thoughts out loud. Come on, you boys in gold. Waves of laughter in the air, podcast pals without a care, sharing glorious thoughts out loud. Come on, you boys in gold. Electric gold.
Wait. Orlando, finally, you're coming to Nashville to see what you've got against the boys in gold. The city beautiful. If by beautiful you mean a swamp with overpriced mouse ears. Listen, you're about to get it like the tourist trap capital of the world that you are, and you're going to melt like a Dole Whip in July. Orlando's not a city. You're just a waiting room for Disney and Universal. Half the residents are people in mascot costumes, and the other half are tourists sunburned into oblivion. You spend more time in line for rides than in your own home. And your skyline is just roller coaster tracks and the occasional sad hotel. Your economy is built entirely on churros and crying children. You've got 2 seasons, hot and hurricane. Stepping outside in Orlando feels like sticking your head inside a wet sock. Your weather app just says 100% humidity. Good luck. Even your mosquitoes complain about the heat. And it rains every afternoon at 3 p.m. sharp, like the city's on a sad sprinkler timer. Let me tell you, the traffic sucks. I-4 is less of a highway and more of an open-air therapy session for road rage. Your rush hour is just Mickey Mouse ears poking out of rental cars. Every restaurant is an Applebee's that charges $40 because it's near the parks. And the only thing more congested than your roads is the line for Space Mountain. Locals spend half their lives apologizing for tourists and the other half avoiding them. You call yourself the city beautiful, but you're just Miami's theme park babysitter. You're not Florida cool like Miami. You're not weird like Tampa. You're just beige with fireworks. Your most famous food is an orange. Congratulations. Every bar in Orlando feels like it's one blackout away from a Disney Channel scandal. And you're basically Las Vegas for families who don't want alcohol, which makes you the saddest Vegas of all. And your soccer team? They wear purple so that no one mistakes them for being dangerous. Exploria Stadium sounds like a failed science fair project, and your biggest rivalry is convincing tourists that you even have a soccer team. Nashville is going to turn you into Minnie Mouse real quick. You're not lions. You're just oversized house cats chasing theme park coupons, and we've got something really special when you get to town. So come on into Toyotas and get you a piece of this.
They're rolling on the pitch like a bunch of bowling balls, screaming to the ref, trying to get another call. Every little bump, they go down like a feather, but we're gonna play the right way in the Tennessee weather. Hey, old Rock City, crying on the ground, it sure is a pity. You can fake all day, but the scoreboard tells the truth. Nashville's bringing home the win for the gold and blue. They're clutching their shins and no one even touched them, acting like an Oscars helmet if the crowd just loved them. But our boys don't dive, they just pass, run, and score. By the time they stand up, we'll be 2 goals more. Hey, old Block City, crying on the ground, it sure is a pity. You can fake all day, but the scoreboard tells the truth. Nashville's bringing home the win for the gold and blue. Watch 'em fall, ooh, that's not a foul, that's just you. While you're busy faking pain, we're running up the pitch again. Hey, old Flop City, crying on the ground, it sure is a pity. Take your drama to Disney, not the soccer pitch. You'll never catch a boy in gold acting like a little bitch. Hey, old Flop City, crying on the ground, it really is a pity. You can fake all day, but the scoreboard tells the truth. Nashville's bringing home the win for the gold and blue. You can fake all day, but the scoreboard tells the truth. Nashville's bringing home the win for the gold and blue.